Hello, fan collectors and YouTubers. This is Koopa Kingdom Fans and Gaming with another ceiling fan. This is my Design House Manhattan 42-inch ceiling fan in polished brass finish, shown with some oak blades. These I think I would call this oak just because it looks oak to me. I have another one of its blades over here. Of course, it's installed with two blades. Now, I have another one of its blades over here. This fan is a 6-blade. This fan is known for being a 6-bladed fan that can be installed with many different sets of blades, many different blade counts on it. This is the other side of the blade. It's a walnut kind of finish or whatever. I don't know what you would call that finish on the other side. I don't know if it's even original or not. It hasn't been said whether or not these blades are supposed to be reversible or not. But yeah, I installed with this side down because yeah, that's what it was when I got it. And I kind of like this finish on polished brass, you know. So this is the 42-inch version. There are also 52-inch versions out there. Now, I have gotten messages saying that they've only known the 52-inch one to be able to take 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 blades. But this fan also, the 42-inch one, also has the same old hole pattern for 4, 5, or 6 blades, allowing me to install 4, 5, or 6 blades, and even 2 and 3. So I will be showing all 5 of those today. Just enjoy the multiple configurations. This is gonna be a pretty long video of this fan. This fan is here's the sticker right here. I don't know if you can see that. And this one here, Design House, year 1989. This fan was made in 1989. I don't know when in 1989, just says 1989. This uses a stack motor, industry speeds, and reversible too. I'm going to go downdraft. I'm not going to do updraft until I hit the 6-blade configuration. Because if I did that, then it would be extremely long. The light kit you see is not original. This came from my Litex close-up. This pull chain here is not original either. This is one of my decorative poles that came from my Ellington Deluxe. This one here I bought because it was Daisy, you know? Like, who doesn't like Daisy? Anyway, this light kit was put on here. Doesn't quite match the finish, but I put this light kit on here because of how deep the actual fitter part itself is. It allows me to use A21 bulbs like this smart bulb that I put in this fan right now. I have it set to white just because it's general lighting. For fan videos, it's quite dark outside. It's kind of early in the morning. I should be in bed by now, but the fan is hanging on a heritage bracket. That is because the original bracket that was supposed to come with this fan didn't come with it. This is a pretty expensive find on Marketplace. Only $5 more expensive than my Litex close-up, which I've also paid quite a bit of money for, but I'm proud of it, you know. That fan's pretty powerful. This thing is this thing was also a Marketplace listing. This thing was $35. and it's about an hour and a half away. Yeah, let's turn it on to low speed and see how he does. First off, I don't know if you can. I don't know how to measure blade pitch based on looking at the blade. 12, 13, I don't know, degrees. I'm not sure what the blade pitch is. But anyway, got a little bit of hum. And I don't want to break the daisy pull chain, so pull it from up there. Going faster than average for. It's going about the average speed of 42-inch fan with only 2 blades on it. It's not much load on the motor. I think the bearings are starting to get worn out on this fan. I have to check into it later. Here's medium. Alright, throwing some good air out. I can tell right now that this fan, the Rainbow, does not quite like this fan right now. It cannot stand this fan. It's already shaking as it is. Don't know if you can see it. I can see the pull chain's doing it. This fan is already putting a good breeze out. Say it's doing about 210, I don't know, RPM. I am not accurate on measuring RPMs. I'm gonna turn it off and let it slow down to its complete stop. Once it comes to a complete stop, I'll install another blade on here. Alright, it came to a complete stop. So, I'm going to go ahead and install another blade and I'll be back. Right. Koopa Kingdom Fencing Gaming is back. This time with my Design House Manhattan installed with 3 blades. So let's get it started. Still have that hum. Think this fan's going to hum on low and medium for pretty much most of these configurations. Alright, going about average speed now with the 3 blades on it. I can tell the Rainbow does not like this fan at all. See, it does not like the fan at all. Anyway. Decent airflow. Decent airflow of 3 blades. It's nowhere near as powerful as my close-up and all them, because those are 52-inch fans and they got big motors, you know. Most things got big motors. This thing has a stack motor, which should be stronger, but this thing was apparently down-tuned according to some people. I don't know if it was down-tuned or not. Alright, that'll be it for this one. I'm going to go ahead and install another install another blade, and then I'll be back on video. Alright, so here's the Design House Manhattan. It will install with 4 blades. Let's turn it on and see how it does. Also, if I have not mentioned in my other video where I did it with other blades, if I have not mentioned, the fan is flush mounted. I do have its original down rod. I just have it hanging right next to my Rainbow, so I can't install it on a down rod, or else it would hit the Rainbow. It's still buzzing a little bit. Still got a running hum to it. Also, if I have not mentioned in other videos, the cause of the wobble in this fan is likely unbalanced blades and the fact that they are not quite aligned right. As you can see, the blades are a little bit bent on. Looks like they're a little bent on here. I tried to bend them back as much as I can. It's gonna wobble the worse than 6 bladed though. But yeah, you can still see the Rainbow does not like it. Going about 200 something RPM here. I'm going to turn it off, and once it comes to a complete stop, I'll install another blade on here. Yes, this thing does have holes for 5 blades on it. And I will demonstrate that later. Like I said, this fan has two rings of holes on it. There are the 4-blade holes, which is what I'm using, which is basically on the same size as the 6-bladed holes. It's the 6-bladed holes, and then on the edges of two sets of those 6-bladed holes, there are 2 holes where you could install. There's 2 holes like these are here. It's one of these holes right here. The holes for the 6-bladed holes are like right underneath this part right here of the arm, and this part. And then there's 2 other holes on the other sides of them to mount a blade, so you can get only 4 on. And then there's an inner ring for 5 blades. Alright, I'm going to install another blade and I'll be back. Alright, so here's my Design House Manhattan installed with 5 blades. Let's see how she performs. This is one thing that I find difficult about having this fan. When I want to put 5 blades on it, you can see that I did tell you in the other times that this fan's 5-blade holes are in the inner ring. Well, look where that inner ring is compared to there's already inner ring is compared to the switch housing there. It's so close, like almost directly under it, making it hard to install and then take them off. There's no hole in the top of the switch housing where you can do that, so makes it hard for you to install and take off blades when you have the 5-blade configuration. Oh yes, bent blades. It's going to cause this fan to wobble a bit, so it doesn't wobble right now on low. I was hoping it doesn't do that, because if it was wobbling on low, that would not be good. Yep, here we go. Fan's wobbling like the fan wobbles about the same as the Ellington Deluxe on this speed. Well, the Ellington Deluxe also has a little bit of some bent blades, which is why it wobbles. Although it spins pretty fast. This fan's doing pretty average speeds. It does wobble. It also puts out a good amount of air for a fan of this size. I think it spins about 200 RPM. Rainbow doesn't quite like it, sadly. Poor Rainbow getting shook up like crazy with this fan. Alright, we'll turn her off. And once it comes to a complete stop, I'll install the 6th blade. Alright, so I'm going to install the 6th and final blade. I'll be back. Alright, so I am back here with my Design House Manhattan, this time with 6 blades. This is the 6-blade configuration on my Design House Manhattan. I tried my best to balance this one here because I know some of the blades are up, some of the blades are down. There may be some out of clock, I'm not sure. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and turn it on. Got a little bit of hum, like usual, on low speed. Usually goes way on high. Pretty average. Of all the 6-bladed fans, this was my first completed, well, mostly complete. It was my first fan that was not being brought in for parts. But it was my first basic 6-bladed fan that I did not bring in for parts. You know. Because of all my ceiling fans, I only have four 6-blade ceiling fans. I had the KD30 first, and then some other 6-bladed fan. I do not know which one. I do not know what the model of it is. I guess I'm gonna have to look at it, but it's at my dad's house. That fan had some really rough. That fan was in really rough shape. It was missing all of its blade screws. And the mounting bracket, no, it was not missing its mounting bracket. The bearings were shot. It was missing all of its blade hardware. I did not have any on hand. After that, I got this fan here. And then after that was the Litex New Orleans. I don't know if I missed any other 6-bladed fan on this on the channel of all of my ceiling fans. I know that one did not appear on my channel because that one was being used for parts. It was working though, but the bearings are shot and I was missing all of its blade hardware. I didn't have any blade hardware on me, so Alright, he's high speed. It's going at a pretty average pace on high, about 200. 42 inch. Blade arms are quite messed up, and as you can tell, they're still quite messed up. Even after I tried my best to try to balance it, it's not even the best. Well, I didn't try my best to balance it. I just did some work to take some of the wobble out of it. Moves a decent amount of air though. Sadly, the Rainbow doesn't like it because it's shaking. But yeah, this is the basically it was my first usable 6-bladed basic ceiling fan, not one that's for like a kid's room, you know. I mean, I don't think this is gonna be a kid's room fan. I mean, it's pretty basic and it's a pretty basic fan. I think this one here would be a good kids room fan though, but this one here is not a good kids room fan. It's just too basic, you know. Alright. I'm gonna let it come to a complete stop, and then I'm gonna go ahead and, since I didn't do reverse on the other blade configurations because there's quite a few of them, I'm going to do on this one here with 6 blades on it. Quite a long spin down. Probably because of the weight of all the blades. Usually 6-bladed fans have a longer spin downs because of all the blade weight. This one's also got the strongest motor of all my 6-bladed fans. As all my other 6-bladed fans, well, at least all the ones that do work have 153mm motors. This thing has a stack motor inside. Like usual, reverse switch is on the switch housing right here. Like the typical reverse switch, like this, just like this one here. You know. I got 2 fans that have the reverse switch that is not on the switch housing. One of them being behind that ladder right there is my plastic camera stand, if you can see it. You may have remembered this fan on my channel. It was my most recent pickup. Anyway, let's go ahead and turn it on. As you can see, reverse switch is functional on this fan. Some of my fans don't have functional reverse switches. Some of them are weird. especially the Litex fans of the 80s and 90s that I have. Well, with the exception of, like, maybe the close-up. That fan's got a little bit of some issue with the reverse switch. Maybe the Ellington Deluxe. I don't know. I don't like running the Ellington Deluxe on reverse because that thing is... down rod is one of them screw-in ones, and it doesn't have a set screw on it, so... pretty hazardous fan to run in reverse. Of course, it wobbles. Pull chain's a little bit hard to pull. I say it wobbles more in reverse than it does in downdraft. It also hums more in reverse. As you can see, there's the tassels, the pull chains dancing on this fan. I can still feel it. I don't know if the pull chain's sticky or if it's just one of them harder to pull chains, you know. Anyway, once this fan comes to a complete stop, we're going to end the video for tonight. That'll be at the end of the whole video. I'm going to edit this with the other configurations, and it's already going to be a long video with all the configurations and the commentary. Like I said, I would have done reverse in all of the configurations, but it would have been an extremely long video. Probably more than an hour. Especially because this fan's blades are heavy, wide, and with it drive, and the more blades it has, the longer the spin down is. Since this fan has gotten all 6 of them. There we go. Finally to a complete stop. I'm going to end it off for you guys. I will see you later with other fans. Alright, take care everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video of the Design House Manhattan. It's going to be a pretty long one once it gets uploaded to YouTube. However, it'll be a good one, showing all the configurations in one video. I will be back with more fans. But until then, have fun. Take care and peace.